Good morning, it's Sunday the 7th of September. Temperatures are about 11-12 degrees. I think we can safely say the summer's gone. What a fantastic summer it was weather-wise. It was absolutely amazing. I know I say it a lot, but the weather this year's freaked me out. But now we are heading into my favourite time of year. Canal side activity reduces quite significantly. Boat traffic reduces quite significantly. Fishing gets significantly more difficult. But I'm quite looking forward to fishing the autumn and winter months. I've got absolutely no idea what's going to happen. I've got absolutely no idea where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do. I think for the foreseeable I'm going to stay put where I am. I'm going to start walking the area as I always do. Based upon what I see during those walks, we'll formulate the plan over the next couple of months. So I'm really chuffed to be back. Really enjoyed my couple of weeks away. I want to start chasing those carp again. Look forward to seeing what happens over the next few months. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to approach the next couple of months. What I do know is I definitely prefer this weather. Very, very carpy indeed. Although where the carp will be, I have absolutely no idea. You'd have thought, given the time I've been fishing this place, that I'd be a little bit more clued up by now, but as you've seen in previous videos, you just can't write it. So I've got no idea where to start with my autumn fishing this year. I've got to admit though, I've had the best fishing year I've ever had on the canal. So my head is telling me not to change a single thing, to carry on doing exactly what I have been doing for as long as I can possibly do it. Obviously there's some consideration about winter. I have some ideas, potential plans regarding that. So while I'm excited about what the autumn's going to bring, I've got some trepidation about what we're going to do in the winter. I worked hard last winter, stayed on the main arm. And I got one right at the end. It was a small common, but I counted it because it was in January. So there was no way I was not going to count that one, but it was tiny. So it doesn't really count, to be honest with you. But I've got a couple of options regarding this winter. One of which is going to be spending the winter in the marina. And I'm a bit conflicted with regards to fishing in the marina. I did experience the fishing in the marina at the beginning of the year, and you can see in a previous video I did really well, but it felt wrong. It felt different. The fish, I felt like I was sort of in my dad's pond when I was a kid, and I was dangling a white maggie on a size 22 hook in the side while he was out with his mates in the pub trying to catch his koi from their homes where they felt safe, where they are easy to catch. And that's what it felt like when I was catching them at the marina. So I'm not quite decided what's going to happen in the winter yet. I think I need to be near a marina, but that's all I think right now. So we'll see what the autumn brings. Really excited to go at it for the next 12 weeks. I'll be fishing every single opportunity I can, as I normally do. I'll be walking for a couple of hours a day. Don't think we're going to see too much from now on, but I'll still be watching and watch this space. We'll see what happens. So tight lines. Not sure how you feel about the next 3 months, but for me, this is the time. Although saying that, to be fair, the fish are normally at the biggest in the spring. But anyway, it's one of the best times to be fishing. So you should be putting your floaters away. You should be thinking about strategies for catching fish in cooler climates. And let's see what happens over the autumn. So tight lines. Hopefully I'll catch up with you midweek. You never know. We might have a surprise bit of success. Fingers crossed. But I'll keep you updated as I go. So I look forward to speaking to you soon. Tight lines. Well. Good morning. It is Monday, the 8th of September. And I've had one. It's only a babby, but don't quite know what to say, really. Fishing a spot that I fish very regular. Although I haven't had a fish of it this year. I've not had a fish of it this year. I've not spent a huge amount of time here this year. But there's bait that goes in quite regular here. So I think I'm going to hang around for a bit. But this is quite an interesting fish because it's small, which I love because it tells me what's going to be here in the future for me and my son to catch. But interestingly, it's not one of those uniquely shaped fish that I've caught in previous sessions. I would describe this fish as like a original baby, so like an offspring from one of the original Canal carp. You'll see what I mean in a minute. They just look completely different. But it's another little miniature. Looks like it's been buried in the silt at the bottom underneath the boat, which is quite interesting. And to see them in such amazing condition is just incredible. Check this out. I could catch these forever, me. I absolutely love these fish. I'm not gonna lie, I think I had a bream that was bigger than this last night. I had the biggest bream last night. But look at him, isn't he a belter? Not as big as shouldered or as round as shaped as the other small fish that I've caught. But in absolutely fantastic condition. I love them. Just have a quick look at the other side. So I'm off the mark for my. It's got a little mark there. The amount of fish I've caught from here, I'll have to dig some pictures out. There is one fish that I've caught from here, and it had one fin, literally one fin on its whole body. It was really in a bad way, to be honest with you, but it was eating. I've caught some fish that have been absolutely in the walls. But this year, brilliant. Chuffed with this one. Happy days. I'm going to put him back. I'm going to get on with my day. I'm going to go for my walk. And then I'm going to get to work. Catch you later. Ready for your walk, aren't you? Hey? Ready for your walk? Yeah? Good morning. It is Thursday, the 11th of September. It's about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Just on the back end of my walk with the dog. I've just heard the kingfisher, my Uncle Joe the kingfisher. So I thought I'd grab the camera out and he might show his face at some point in a minute, but I'm pretty convinced that this is where he lives, because every time I come here, he shows his face. But let's see. Probably won't hear a thing that I've got the camera out. But anyway, quick update. Had that small common on Sunday, early Monday morning, which was great. Was not expecting that. It was caught on my baited area. It's an area I just bait up regularly through the year. Well, decided to do that earlier on in the year. Have done it before, but stayed there and fished over it all the time. Did catch fish. Wouldn't say it was more successful than the fish and move strategy, but this year I decided to try both. So basically I've carried on baiting the spot, if you like, and still moved about, done really well obviously, and now I'm spending a little bit more time fishing on that area. So it's produced already. It was the first fish I've had off that spot all year, needless to say. Hasn't produced since. So I baited quite heavily last night, fished over it, didn't get anything, and I'm probably gonna stay there now for a few days, see what happens. I've got a weekend with the kids coming up, so don't really want to be moving about too much, although my lad is making noises about spending the weekend on the boat with me carp fishing, so you never know. I have no idea what will happen over the next few days, and that's one of the things I absolutely love about this life, because you don't make plans. Whatever happens, happens. So I think I can hear him. Can't see him now. So don't make plans. I just do what I do. And if I catch fish, that's a bonus. And if I don't catch fish, it does me head in. But look, it's absolutely beautiful. This is, I always find myself getting the camera out. This particular zone, it's absolutely, it's like heaven. Guys just come past me on a bike and he said to me, "Morning mate, isn't this beautiful? Nobody around, silence." I said, "Yeah, don't tell anyone mate, just keep it to yourself." And he psychopath. But anyway, I'm going to carry on with my walk. Just thought I'd do a quick update, and fingers crossed next time I do an update there might be a fish on the bank. Keep your fingers crossed. If you are planning your weekend, I reckon to put a bit of bait in this weekend. I reckon they're going to be having it. We've got that carpy weather on us. It's that time of the year where the temperatures are starting to fall a little bit and the fish are starting to have a feed. So get out on the bank, get a few rods out. You are not going to catch anything while you're sat at home, and tight lines.